Hello and welcome back. So in my last video I did a bit of decorating for my entrance, but today I want to focus on this empty area up here. We're going to be building a little market area. It's gonna be really cute, so let me just walk around and show you the space that I'm working with. I actually did have my market there before. I just built up one level of cliff so I could have some more dynamic area to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm checking all my items to see what to work with first, but as I walk around I kind of realized that I want more space, so I just go ahead and take out my cliff tool and I start just building up some extra space. So as I said, I did have my market area here before, right in front of the shop, but it was really just kind of a straight line. Like, I just had all of my little stalls in a straight line, and it was cute, but it wasn't very dynamic and offset. It was very linear, and I'm trying to make my island less linear, so that's why I built up this cliff and just kind of made it random. And right there I left it blunt like that because that's where the incline is going to go. And then I'm just gonna start working with the stall. So I do already have all of my items already from my market before, so I already have everything good to go pretty much. I am gonna make a few extra additions because I have these little random areas to fill in. And you wouldn't think it, but I actually struggled quite a bit with those little areas just because I have so little space to work with, and I want to try to make it look as good as possible, of course. So you'll see me put down stuff a lot and rearrange things and just spin things around endlessly. But speaking of spinning, if you see me just spinning in place, I've said this in my last video, but just in case you didn't watch that, which you should by the way, just literally click on my channel, or I guess I'll put it in the description, I don't know. But anyway, if you see me just spinning in circles and just running around and it looks like I'm not doing anything, that's just me thinking. I'm just imagining things. It looks really dumb and I don't even realize that I do it when I play, but when I watch this footage back I'm like, what am I even doing? So yeah, that's what that is. So here I am working on a fruit stand, obviously, and struggling because I'm trying to place the items behind it, but it keeps going on the stand, which I did not want. But I really like the idea of the cardboard boxes behind it, and it's it has the shipment of fruits or their stock inside of it, and the little peach box. And I really need to get more of those fruit cardboard boxes because I think that would look a lot cuter than the plain ones, just to have a bunch of different fruits, implying that they have, you know, a wide variety, of course. But yeah, I really like how the fruit stall came out, and I love that it fits kind of my more natural theme, you know, selling fresh fruit, fresh organic fruit. I really love it. So while this semi-boring footage of me just laying down paths goes, let me just talk about the custom designs for these stalls. So far I only have the fruits and the ice cream shop up, but for a second I put down another one, which is going to be a cake stand. But I do really like the custom designs that I chose for these. I think they're really cute, like the ice cream menu and stuff. But I don't know if I can justify having a whole slot taken up just for these one stands. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Are they cute enough to take up a whole slot, or should I maybe just use the patterns that, you know, you're already given? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a struggle. And as much as I try to make this area natural looking and fit in with my entrance and flow really nice, it's just gonna look a little more urban which is fine. I think I'm fine with making like the area near my shops and my resident services like a little more urban. But the rest of my island, I do really want it to be like really filled with trees and natural, but I don't know. This area I couldn't fit a lot of trees, which is a little disappointing. I wanted it to have like a shady little market vibe kind of area, like tucked away in some trees, but I couldn't really fit them on this small cliff. I could only fit one tree, but you know what? It's good. And right after saying that, I realized that I'm violating my own rules, which is if you're semi unhappy with something in your island, to just go fix it so it can make you happy. So does that mean that I'm going to change this area? I don't know, maybe. I'm very indecisive. I want to change things all the time. So is this video pointless? Perhaps? No. If I do change anything, I will document it, and I'll probably, if anything, I would just add some more space, maybe extend it to the left. Oh, by the way, I added those little cliffs to the left of it, and you'll see later that I can actually hop over onto, and I wanted that to be like another little cliff area, like a small one with like a pond. That was my idea, which I actually did start to build, but I hated it, so I just scrapped all of that. But I think that's gonna be my next project, or it could maybe just be an extension of this. I don't know, I'm so indecisive. But anyway, so I finished up the ice cream shop little stall, and then I'm just trying to figure out a good spot for the cake stand, which the custom design pattern is actually like the blanket, like the middle of the blanket, the picnic blanket that I have below this cliff. Actually, I don't remember exactly why it is that, but I just put it down and I was like, oh, well, okay, that's on there, all right. And then it kind of works. It's cute. I think I had a pink gingham blanket pattern before, and I just used the middle section, like the middle custom pattern, as the design for the cake stand, because it was just like pink and cute. So I think when I replaced it with this other blanket, it just transferred over, and I was like, what? Okay. I mean, a happy accident, I guess. So after I finished putting down this little coffee stall thing, it's kind of just me putting down paths, and it's kind of boring. So to entertain you, I'm going to quickly rank all of the flowers in New Horizons according to my personal taste. And don't come for me if you don't agree with me, but do let me know what you like. I've seen a lot of interesting hot flower takes. So personally, my favorite flower, I would have to say, are lilies. They're just so pretty. I love like the little stem things, not the stem, but like the thing inside the flower. I forget what that's called, but those are my top. Close second is tulips. I love how the tulips look. Next I think would be cosmos. They were my native flower, and surprisingly I did not get sick of them, but I really do hate that pink cosmo flower. It's just so bright. Same, the pink tulip is a little bright, but I can tolerate it. Next, I suppose I would say hyacinths. Those are really pretty. The yellow one looks like corn, so that's a plus. Roses are just kind of like generic for me, so they would go there. Actually, I'll put windflowers above roses. They're just a little more interesting. Roses are generic. Then pansies, and I hate mums the most. Mums are so ugly. I'm sorry if you don't agree. I hate them. The pink mums are the only cute ones. I hate the purple ones. The green ones just look like weeds. The white ones are, the white ones are the worst. We don't stand mums on this channel in my life. I do include them in my island a little bit because they do look like ugly and natural, but that's it. No mums allowed. Anyway, that's where I ended up putting my one single tree and the fortune cookie cart, which honestly, that tiny little section of the tree and the fortune cookie cart is my favorite area of this whole little market area. I don't know, it's just so cute. I think it's mostly because the fortune cookie cart is like literally the best item in the game. Honestly, it's so adorable. I don't know, and it just seems like so detailed in a way. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just look at it and I'm like, yes, it's so cute. And if you haven't downloaded Pocket Camp and connected your Nintendo account to it, then you definitely should. That's how you get it. It's totally free. It's super easy. You just have to play through a little tutorial on Pocket Camp, but it's so worth it. That and the campsite sign, like there's no question. When I see people selling those things, I'm like, you know that people can just get those for free, right? But anyway, it's super cute. I'm so glad. Honestly, if I could just have a whole island just full of fortune cookie carts, I'd be happy with that. Okay, I should probably actually talk about what I'm doing here. So I'm trying to put down this dirt path, the path that everyone's obsessed with. I'm trying to fit it into this little awkward space here, and it was just not working. It was looking like really weird when I stop and get this balloon. It really makes me anxious when I watch people play Animal Crossing and there's a balloon going by and they don't get it, and I know they get so annoyed when people point that out, but I'm like, but it's a balloon, you don't know what could be in there. It could be a recipe that you already have. I'm just kidding. It could be a really cool item. So I made a point to get it and show you that I got it. But yeah, I was not happy with like this little weird oblong dirt path shape, so I get rid of it and I actually tried to put like normal dirt, but as you'll see, that is even weirder, and if I was gonna go with anything, I should have gone with the custom dirt path. As I start rounding out the edges here, it just looks really weird. It just looks like an angled 8, like the number 8. I was like, okay, yeah, this isn't gonna work. So ultimately I just erased it all, and yeah, it looks like an 8. And I just leave it without a path right there. Whatever, more natural. Here I start to put down my little seating area, which is just gonna be an iron garden table and the chairs. And I try to put this little bamboo partition right there because it actually fits perfectly. And I thought it was a good divider between the little market area and the little seating, but I didn't like how green it was. I'll put it back later, but I'm gonna customize it first so it's brown. And I think that looks a lot better, a lot more neutral, so yeah. I really do hate all of the Bunny Day items, honestly. The balloons are the only ones that are kind of passable, and I do try to make them work here because I love the idea of balloons in a little market area, and I wish we had like normal balloons instead of these dumb eggs. But I don't know, I'm still iffy about them. I think they work okay just because everything, like the stalls are really colorful. But I honestly wish, like, Nintendo, can we please have some balloons? That seems like such a basic item. Like, we have full-on pools. Can we not have like just one single balloon, please? So for a good chunk here, there's not much for me to narrate. I put down the soft serve lamp, and that and the gumball machine stick out a little bit too much than what I would prefer, but I have the street lamps preventing them from doing that, so it's fine. And I honestly just realized that I didn't do that dirt path that I did that's underneath the stalls on the left, on the right, and that kind of bothers me, but whatever. Speaking of like the Bunny Day stuff and events in general, I'm so upset that I didn't know when I started this that like there was events like that, and the cherry blossoms were not forever. So when the cherry blossom trees came and there's the petals flying around, I didn't know that it was like a one-time. Well, I think I did know because of course it changed from the normal trees, but I didn't know how short it was gonna be, and it also coincided with the Bunny Day event. And I know a lot of people complain about this, but I'm so upset that I didn't get enough cherry blossom petals, and I didn't get hardly any of the recipes. And now on like Nookazon and everything, people price gouge those and they're so expensive, and I still don't have everything. and I don't know if I ever will. No, I'm kidding. I will. I'll get them next year, or if I trade with some lovely people who are generous enough to give them to me. But it was so bad. Like, that whole thing was crazy, and I was just like a total noob, and I didn't know what was happening. And wow, I really wish I could go back, or I really wish they had told us something. I don't know, like, hey, better get as many cherry blossom puddles as you possibly can, because this will last for like a week and then they're gone, and then you'll never get them again for a whole year, or something like that. I don't know. So here is the dried bamboo partition thing that I was talking about. I think that looks a lot better, a lot more neutral. It isn't like a super bright green of the normal bamboo. And then I dig up those flowers and I actually push this chair over. I thought that was so cute. It's sitting in like that little space right there, right by the waterfall. It just chef kiss. It looks so cute, and it's like you're sitting right by the waterfall overlooking the cliff, which is right by the ocean. The beach is right there. So I was like, this is beautiful. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where I could hop back and forth, between the small gap. And I moved the balloons because I wanted to put like a little stepping stone to signify that you can actually jump back and forth, like you're stepping on the stones. And to the left there, I want there to be like a really cute little pond area. So that's why I put that stone right there. And then I'm gonna put a stone like on the other side, right across when you hop over, and it's gonna look real cute. So this is pretty much it. This is my whole little build. I slowed it down a bit because I run around like crazy so you could see it. I think it came out really cute. Thank you for watching. I still don't know what I'm doing at all. I literally have to learn how to edit stuff as I go, but I hope you enjoyed it and all my rambling, and bye!